All right, everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday night free necklace night. My name is Carolyn. Super excited to be here to share some of the things that we love about Park Lane with you. Who's here to win a free necklace? Put an F in the comments if you hope you win the free necklace. Uh, who's here because you actually think it might be fun to make money with jewelry? Yeah, put M if you like money. Before I really get into all the details, I wanted to introduce Tammy Hester. She is a division leader on our team from Mississippi, and you're going to love her accent. And she is going to share just a little bit about what she loves about Park Lane, just because I love for you to be able to see how all different people do this business. We have 18-year-olds on our team and we have 75-year-olds on our team. We have full-time workers, we have part-time workers, and just so you get to hear a voice besides mine the whole time. And Tammy is just such a sweetheart. So I think you guys are going to love her. I'll mute myself, Tammy, if you want to take it away. She's looking for the mute button, I think. I can't unmute you. You have to unmute yourself.
Now, that work? I don't know about my accent. If any of y'all are from the South, which you probably not, but my name, like you said, my name is Tammy, and I am from a little town called Hatley, Mississippi, and I'm about 30 minutes from the birthplace of Elvis. That's where we kind of identify where we're from. But I love the South. But I want to tell you just a little bit about myself. I have been with Park Lane for going on 4 years, but I have been in the jewelry business for almost 18 years. I was with my previous company for 14 years when they closed during COVID. And me, along with a whole lot of other people, were kind of left out there and um, heartbroken and lost is a word that I use. But let me back up because I was jumping right into things. So when I started in this 18 years ago, I was working full time and had two little boys and never even thought about a part time job until somebody approached me. And I thought, well, that would help pay for expenses. And it did. And I was full time. Have been a paralegal by trade, and I've always worked in a fast paced law office, but I did that part time for a little extra money. Well, now those little boys are big boys and have little boys and now two little girls of their own. And it's just always part time. Extra income is always a plus, whether you want to use it for hobbies and ball games, or if you want to use it for bills and things like that, because it's always a plus. But last year, I got to quit my full time job and I started doing Park Lane full time. And good timing because my little boys, big boys, had decided they wanted to have babies at the same time. And this past January, we had our first little girls born a week apart. And I love it because the flexibility that Park Lane offers, that now that I get to work from home and I can get up and go. My youngest son lives 2 hours away, and I can get up and go see him when I want to. We can, me and my husband we can plan a trip, and I don't have to ask permission. And now, starting last week, I'm keeping the one that lives here, keeping her for about a month until she gets a little weight on her before she goes to daycare. And today I've sat and held her because she had a bad day, but I worked with one hand and held her with the other. But that's the beauty of being able to pivot and work from home like we got to do during COVID, because it used to be just in home parties. And now it is both. You can do work from your phone, or you can go to people's homes and do your shows. But I love that we can do this from our phone if we want to. And it's just so flexible that is offered, because beforehand we were not able to do that. And during COVID, we pivoted to a lot of things, and some people don't want you in their homes anymore. But with Park Lane, you can do either. And some people do just 100% from their phone or their computers, and that is perfectly fine. Our training, I love that. The friendships that we make through this team, I love our team. It's the best. And, building friendships over the years with hostesses and customers. And now they're all over the place, because my team is, I don't have, it's not local. And like me and Carolyn, I'm in Mississippi, she's in Kansas. And I love that next week I'm going to get to jump on a plane and go visit with them for a weekend, and get lots of good training that way. But everything is at our fingertips, and it's the best. You can do it full time, part time like I did, full time like I am. And it's just everything's at your fingertips. Sorry, my computer went out. Um, let's see. If I used up my time, because I don't know what else to say.
No, I think that was great, Tammy. That was perfect. Thank you so
I'm
much.
just all over the place.
No, I think that was so great. I think you talked about so many different things. So, Tammy and I have some similarities. I so I've been selling jewelry for a little over 20 years now. I was with the previous company for 18 years. And when I first started selling jewelry, I had two little boys. And I actually, no, when I first started, I had just one. I had an infant. And my sister told me about it. And I told her she was crazy. I told her I didn't wear jewelry. I didn't go to parties and I didn't know anybody. Click, like hung up the phone. She lived 3 hours away and I didn't want anything to do with this. And then a year later, she was still, making good money on the side while working a full-time job. And I was a stay-at-home mom at the time, so I made nothing. And I decided to give it a try. And I love how Tammy said how you can use the extra money for anything, because early on for me, I went from making no money to making, 100, 200, $300 a party. And that was truly extra money. And I mean, I already said put an M in the comments if you like money. Put an E if extra would ever help you in your um family, because we would go out to Red Lobster more often. That was my favorite restaurant back then. I would, get to buy my kids cuter clothes. And as they got older, they got to go to private school. And there were just so many benefits to me going from making zero to making something. But then there was also a time there in the middle where they were in high school and I worked a full-time job for 3 years just because nobody was home during the days. I was bored. So I worked a full-time job and I sold jewelry. And then I had a steady paycheck plus my jewelry money. And then it was like extra on extra. And that was just a huge blessing for us too. And now my kids, they're grown. They're both about to have birthdays. They're about to be 20 and 23. I cannot believe it. But they have only ever known their mom as an entrepreneur, as a jewelry lady. It's just been such a blessing for us. But let me tell you, 4 years ago when our other company closed, and I was so sad, and I joined Park Lane, and our parties were bigger here. Our team grew faster here. People love the jewelry more, the guarantee, everything I'm about to share with you. And I can remember one very specific day where I took my younger son to Cabela's. He loves to fish. And I was buying him a rod holder for his fishing room. And he always, likes, he doesn't like to buy his own stuff. We have always had him buy his own stuff because he's had a job and um, we're trying to teach our kids to be responsible. But this day at Cabela's, I bought him this nice rod holder and some lures. And he was like, gosh, this isn't going to hold all my poles. I said, well, why don't you get a second one? He goes, really? I said, yeah, go ahead and get a second one. I'll buy it. And I mean, they're like, I don't know, 50, $60 a piece. It wasn't like some huge amount of money. But he goes, we're at the checkout counter and he's holding all this stuff. And he goes, man, I sure love Park Lane. And I said, can I get a video of you saying that? No, no, you won't. But anyways, it has been such a blessing here. And I want to tell you why I think Park Lane is different than other direct sales companies. So first of all, Park Lane
I
as
could
a,
shoot something in there right quick.
yeah,
I used to tell people, and I still do now, but it is so, I think it's more important now. A small show to us would be, I say, an extra $100. How would that help you right now? Even on a small show, that's an insurance payment. It don't go much on groceries right now, but it sure helps right now with the way things are.
yeah.
It goes a long way.
And sometimes on a big show, your profit might be 500,
Yeah.
600, 700. It's just, yeah, we really can't promise any certain amount, but extra money is extra money. And it's so, so nice. Um, but yeah, what I think y'all will appreciate about Park Lane is that they've been around for 70 years. We're in our 70th year anniversary year. The owners only keep 2% of the profit for themselves. So they really do. I like to consider it profit sharing. They do more for us than I've ever seen any other company do before. And we have the sales for our customers and our hostesses that make people want to keep shopping with us. So as a brand, they're awesome. And the jewelry, let's talk about the jewelry. I mean, hello. If it's priced right and we like it, we'll buy it. And you don't have to be a rocket scientist to sell it. And the nice thing about jewelry is it's a visual product. So I meet people on the regular, out and about, at Walmart, at the doctor's office, at the restaurant that compliment my earrings or my bracelets. Everybody has their favorite piece of jewelry that they gravitate towards, and I wear it all. My ring, like somebody's going to compliment me on something, and then they become my friend. I've been going to physical therapy because older back issues. But yesterday, the two ladies at the front desk joined my VIP group because they like jewelry. So you can meet people out and about, and you don't have to go, hey, do you like makeup? Do you like cookware? Do you use candles? You don't have to ask them because they say stuff to you. They said, we always notice you have on cute jewelry. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's because I sell it. And the conversation just naturally happened. But the nice thing about Park Lane's jewelry specifically is it's all lead free, nickel free, cadmium free, hypoallergenic. So if you have sensitive skin or ears or your friends do, usually they can wear our jewelry. And it's all also guaranteed with no exclusions. I don't know if you've ever had a broken piece of Park Lane jewelry before. I guess put a B in the chat if you have. It doesn't happen very often, but sometimes it happens because it's jewelry and it's not perfect. But Park Lane replaces it with no questions asked. In the first 4 months, it's free. After that, it's just $10. So everybody has loved our guarantee and how Park Lane stands behind their product. And it's so nice that as far as like products go, we don't have to stock inventory. So I know you see I have all this jewelry in this room where I've carved out my own little space in my house because there's room for me now. A lot of this I've earned for free, but this is not my inventory. This is my personal jewelry. I get to wear this jewelry, I get to show it. And then when people purchase it, it ships directly from Park Lane to them. I don't have to package packages. I don't have to touch their money. It all goes through our Park Lane website, and then they just give us a direct deposit on Tuesdays. So that is really, really nice. My previous company, everybody had to pay me up front, and then I had to go pay the half price amount, and I had to do all the math on the back end. And I don't have to do that because our website does that for us. So that's a little bit about the jewelry. I guess I should have mentioned we really do have a wide range of styles. We have dainty delicates, career wear, and a lot of designer inspired pieces, which I think are what a lot of people really, really love because you can get something that another brand would sell for thousands of dollars and you can get it from us for 30 bucks. I mean, I think that's a pretty good deal. So the jewelry is amazing, but my favorite thing about Park Lane are the programs. So the things that they do that really set us apart are the sale for our customers. So our customers always get to shop a buy two, get four at half price sale. And the four that they get to buy at half price are the more expensive items. They can also always get at least one really expensive item for $35 when they spend 90. And sometimes that sale is even better. We have things called style drops where they're deeply discounted specialty pieces that are limited edition, and Park Lane will drop them and they'll be on sale. It could be like a $200 item, and now it's only $40 with a $40 purchase. So they're really good at keeping our customers excited and engaged. And like last week, they just dropped a little mini capsule collection called Nature's Essence. And it's like 12 new pieces of jewelry that are limited edition. They'll probably sell out, within a month. But that makes everybody super excited to shop again. Because what is fashion? Fashion is a consumable product. No, we're not eating our clothes or our jewelry, but we do go through it. We clean out our closets. We clean out our jewelry. We want to wear the current things that look nice on us. And so that helps you always have people wanting to shop with you. So I love that they do the sale for our customers because I would say nobody pays over 40, $50 for anything from us. Even if it looks like it's $188, you're going to help your friends get that for $35 with our sale. The second thing or person that they totally take care of are our hostesses. So if you've ever hosted a party before, I can't even remember if I've used this letter yet, but put an H in the comments if you've ever hosted a girls' night, whether in person or virtually. I like to do both. I do a lot of online parties for hostesses because I do them for people all over the country. But I also do in-home parties and restaurant parties just because women love to try the jewelry on and touch it in person. And so, on one day, online may feel easier or fit my schedule better. And then other times in person feels easier. So you get to decide what fits your lifestyle and your schedule. But your hostess, no matter where she's partying, she's going to get $20 free for every order placed on her party. It doubles to $40 per order when she hits 10 orders. So we work really hard to help our hostesses get 10 orders. That way she gets at least $400 free. She's going to get 4 half price items, and you make commission off of those half price items. You also make commission off of the 4 half price items your customers purchase. So a half price item is a fully commissionable item to you as a stylist. The hostess can also get any expensive item for $35. When her friends book a party from her party, they get another, we call it a thank you item, another expensive item for $35 at their friend's party because they booked from her. So it just helps you keep your business going forward. And the nice thing about being part of a company that has a party plan like this is you don't have to go out and find one customer at a time. You find one friend or person that loves jewelry that wants to host a girls' night. She's going to bring you her 10 to 20 to 30 friends, and they're going to fall in love with the jewelry. You're going to get some sales, and then some of them are going to decide they want to get free stuff, and then they're going to bring you all their friends, and that's what helps your business reproduce kind of like rabbits, which is so, so nice. So we've got our customers, our hostesses, and then our stylists, which is what the only 3 people I can see on here. Melissa Van Riper, I know she's a stylist, Tammy Hester, Valerie Fallon. Those are the 3 up at the top of my screen. I can't see everybody else. But when you become a stylist with Park Lane, you're going to earn at least 30% commission. When you promote through our compensation plan, so let's say one person joins your team, you could bump up to 35% commission. You never go backwards, even if that person gets out. So you can work your way all the way up to where you're earning 50% commission. You never go backwards, even if your team gets smaller. You never lose your title. Some of the perks that they do for us, we can earn 2 luxury travel trips every single year. A bunch of us just got back from St. Thomas last week. That's why I actually have a bit of a tan. It'll be gone in 2 weeks. So come back in 2 weeks and you'll see my normal color. But we are going to Zurich, Switzerland in the fall, and we're going to Cancun next spring. So if you love to travel, this is a fun place to do it because when you earn trips with Park Lane, they cover your airfare and everything. It's just amazing. We can do fundraisers for nonprofits, and they donate 50% of the sales to the nonprofit and still pay you commission out of the other half. We can earn over $1,000 in free jewelry every single month with our Rich Rewards Club. Oh, there's one thing we can do. We can host our own parties as often as we want. You could host a party once a week, every single week, where you're the hostess if you wanted to. And there are no rules against that. You can shop on a party in your name where you're the customer, the hostess, and the stylist. So you get the customer deals, you get the hostess perks, and then you make the commission. This is the ultimate place. If you think it's fun to double and triple dip and like get the most bang for your buck, being a Park Lane stylist is one of the most rewarding things for that. So those are just some of the programs that they do for us stylists. And like I said, you get a direct deposit every Tuesday as long as you turned in sales by Wednesday the previous week. But we have no quotas. So if you're sitting there and you're thinking, gosh, all this sounds great, but I just don't know if I have the time to do it as much as Tammy does. I don't know if I have the time to do it as much as Carolyn does. Or I don't know if I have enough friends, or I don't have enough this, or I don't have enough that. It's okay. We all started with only a couple friends having parties with us, or maybe we didn't even have any parties when we first started. But then you meet people and you get out there, and because Park Lane has no quotas, you can do this at your own speed. You can try it out, do it for a few months. Whenever you join, you have a website for an entire year with no expectations, no monthly minimums, no quotas, and your jewelry becomes a tax deduction. So nice. Um, but the whole way we earn income, 30 to 50% commission. And in a year, if you decide, that really wasn't my thing, you just would not pay to renew your website. So let's talk about what it costs to get started. I meant to tell you this at the very beginning, so you weren't wondering the whole time, but it's not very much. You can get started for as little as $129 and get to pick out $500 worth of jewelry. And right now, you also get a free impression bracelet, which I'm actually not wearing one. Are you wearing an impression bracelet, Tammy? Our impression bracelets, they're 40 carats of hand dye injected CZs. They come in like 14 different colors. Their price tag looks like it's $188, but most people get them for $35 when they spend 90, or a hostess will get that as her $35 item. Um, they're amazing, and you can get one free on top of your $500 worth of jewelry just for 129 bucks. And then you have a working website for a whole year. Go ahead, Tammy, talk.
Oh, I was just showing the turquoise. My favorite.
Thank you. Yeah, I needed you to talk because it's on speaker view, so they could only see you if you
Oh,
spoke. So that's good. They saw it. That is an impression bracelet.
sorry.
And you could pick it. You could pick the baby pink, or you could pick the clear, or you could pick the gold, or you could pick the white opal, which is my personal favorite. And then if you're thinking $500 in jewelry, Carolyn, that doesn't seem like a lot. I think I would like to have more. Then you could do our medium kit. It's $229. You get to pick out $1,000 worth of jewelry plus your free impression. And I will say, as far as I know, tonight at midnight is when that free impression bracelet goes away. So you could go to your stylist website, click join our team, sign up, pick what size of kit you want, and you don't even have to pick out your jewelry tonight. We would give you some steps and guidance. You have a week to pick out your jewelry for your kit. You would just need to sign up by midnight to get that free impression bracelet. So 129 gets you 500 in free jewelry. 229 gets you 1,000. 439 gets you $2,000 worth of jewelry. But no matter which kit you choose, you get the same amazing website. And that is the really amazing thing here. If you are on a budget and you're thinking, Carolyn, I don't have $439 just laying around, why else would I be looking at this? That's okay. You can just pay the 129, get your $500 worth of jewelry, and then we do a launch party for you. Whoever the leader is of the person who invited you will help you launch your business, help you get a 10 order party. You'll get $400 in free jewelry from that, plus make the commission. Most stylists make their investment and then some back in their very first party. Maybe it'll take you two parties if you do the big kit, but it's just amazing. And then you just get to keep going forward and earning more and more free jewelry and earning income. And I'm just curious. I just want you don't have to answer me, but I just want you to really, really stop and think. What if you had 500 extra dollars that just showed up in your checking account every single month? Like, what would you do with that? I mean, for me, when I started, we went to Red Lobster. Then we got used to it. So we paid bills. And then as I started doing more and more parties, we paid off debt. My first husband actually passed away when I was 30. And so I was a single mom for a couple years, but I'm remarried now. I taught that guy to refinance the house. We put it to a 15-year loan, and then we paid it off in 5 years. I'm very big on helping people get out of debt because I have been drowning in debt before in my life. And I don't want to see anybody else going through that. Or I don't want to see someone who really wants to be able to put their kids in private school not to be able to do that. Or whatever it is that you think, oh, if I just had a little more, I could do XYZ. I would love, our team would love to help you be able to do that. Or maybe you just think, gosh, I'd love to hang out with a fun group of ladies. We are that. And I know Tammy said she's going to be flying here next weekend. You do not have to be willing to fly to Kansas to be part of our team. 99.9% of the things we do are virtual like this. Once a year, we do a fun little mini retreat here in my town. And it's very fun, but it's totally optional. So we would love to have you. And I see pay bills. Pay bills, that's where it starts. You pay bills, and then once it gets your bills are paid off, and then you get a little extra. When you actually get to the place where it is extra, it's like, huh, what do I want to do with this? Do I want to get my nails done? Do I want to get a massage? Do I want to just invest it so I never have to feel that fear of not being able to pay my bills again? You get to choose. And Park Lane, having a business like this gives you the freedom and the time flexibility to make that extra income without having to go punch a time clock somewhere. So I think I've covered everything. I'm going to give you our secret word because we always do our giveaway with our little Google survey. So you're going to fill that out. And the secret word tonight we'll just say is Tammy, Tami, since she was our guest speaker tonight. And if you spell her name wrong, that's okay. We'll know you were really here, but it's Tami, only 4 letters, Tammy. And I'm going to stop the recording and I'm going to stop the stream to see if anybody here wants to ask any questions. Well, it's just